a deadly missile of the first order, unmatched in the world until now. It can reach the moon and hit the United States and wipe out a city the size of New York in a matter of seconds. Have you ever heard of a missile powered by nuclear energy, dear viewer? Yes, it is powered by nuclear energy and carries nuclear warheads. It has unlimited range. It is a stealthy, hypersonic, intercontinental missile that cannot be detected or jammed by any radar. It is one of the weapons that has launched modern Russia as the greatest power on Earth. A power that puts every inch of our planet within its firing range. So what is the story behind this missile that Putin has revived his project, and why does the United States fear it so much? We will reveal many secrets and details to you, dear viewer, in this video. Stay tuned. In the far north of Russia, just 40 miles from the city of Arkhangelsk, Moscow is quietly moving to restart one of the most controversial military facilities in its modern history, the Nanoxa missile test site. New satellite images have revealed the construction of 3 huge structures, each the size of a football field, in the same area that witnessed a tragic explosion in 2019 that killed 5 experts from the Russian Atomic Energy Agency, Rosatom. Moscow appears to be acting with extreme caution this time around, as the images show the site surrounded by double barbed wire fences, with launch pads facing the White Sea, as well as containers believed to be used for storing new missiles. Despite official secrecy surrounding the nature of the activities underway, suspicions are once again being raised about the possibility of resuming tests of the Yuri nuclear missile, which Russian President Vladimir Putin has described as unbeatable. Yuri, known to NATO as Skyfall, has been directly linked to the 2019 explosion that caused a temporary spike in radiation levels in the nearby city of Severodvinsk. The danger of this missile lies in the fact that it flies at a speed of Mach 11, equivalent to 13,000 kilometers per hour, during the only test conducted by Russia in 2018. The Ministry of Defense revealed that the missile has a variable speed ranging from 9 to 20 Mach, depending on the characteristics of the nuclear fuel supplied to the engine, which is selected based on range, trajectory, and other data. The Skyfall missile is powered by a solid nuclear fuel booster engine. According to leaked information about the engine, it also runs on fuel with variable concentration and fertility, a feature that, according to Russian claims, reduces radioactive emissions from the engine reactor. The range of the Skyfall missile can be summarized as unlimited, as even the smallest amount of fuel supplied to the nuclear engine is capable of propelling it 20,000 kilometers, while Russian media say it is capable of reaching the moon and circling it before returning to its target. A closer look at the Skyfall missile. The Skyfall missile has a similar design to the Kent KH-55 missile, with a nose resembling that of the Kinjal missile in the shape of a crescent, making it a stealth hypersonic missile par excellence. This design allows huge amounts of air to enter the nuclear engine to reduce the corresponding air pressure, and the passage of air through the missile structure reduces friction, resistance, and heat. The missile structure, ingeniously crafted by the Russians, is a mixture of dozens of metals, silicon sand, and carbon. This mixture enables the rocket structure to withstand temperatures that can exceed 1,000 degrees Celsius as a result of direct friction with the air, and prevents this enormous heat from reaching the warhead and electronic circuits. The Skyfall missile is approximately 12 meters long, 94 centimeters in diameter, and weighs 8 tons. The warhead has a payload of 800 kilograms and can carry conventional thermal or chemical warheads for use against narrow targets, or a 500 kilowatt nuclear warhead capable of vaporizing anything within an area of 1 million square meters. We remind you, dear viewer, that the American nuclear bomb that struck the Japanese city of Hiroshima at the end of World War II had a yield of only 15 kilowatts. So you can imagine the size of a 500 kilowatt nuclear warhead explosion. Before the wave is reflected back to the radar receiver, the missile has already passed through other waves, which means that even the most advanced radars will detect a target that appears for a second and then disappears for several seconds. As a result, even the most advanced air defense systems will be faced with a target that cannot be seen, located, or predicted, and which is impossible to catch up with. This technology is known as the plasma cloud that surrounds the missile as a result of its high speed. How does Skyfall Missile work? Confirmed information indicates that the Skyfall missile is launched from air launchers, and there may be versions of the missile launched from mobile platforms or ground silos using rocket boosters, or from warships and submarines, making it difficult for the enemy to predict its location or spy on it. It is not yet certain whether it can be launched from the air. But when you look at the size of the Skyfall missile and compare it to the Kinjal missile and cruise missiles of the same class and size, it is likely that strategic bombers can launch it from the air, making this missile the most dangerous in Russia's nuclear triad. The targeting system is also one of the strengths of the Russian missile, as it is guided by 3 systems. An inertial navigation system operated by 3 sensors built into the missile that enable it to automatically determine its geographical location, the AGLaNOS Global Navigation System, which is similar to GPS, and a television system that matches the image of the target provided to the missile before launch, with images captured by a camera built into the missile. A computer built into the missile matches and compares the data received from all systems and determines the midpoint toward which the missile is heading, with an accuracy that Russia claims does not exceed 1 meter, raising doubts among observers on this point. An advanced Link 22 data link allows communication with satellites to monitor the missile's trajectory and maneuver it throughout its flight. Operational history. The Russian missile has not yet been used in combat, but the first disclosure of some of its characteristics coincided with Russian President Vladimir Putin's threats to Ukraine and Western countries to use nuclear force, which could reveal much about the secrets of this deadly weapon if the escalation between Moscow and the West continues. In general, the Russian hypersonic missile project dates back to 1996. In 2017, Russia announced that it had approved 6 models of its hypersonic missiles, and in 2018, Russian President Vladimir Putin announced during Victory Day celebrations over Nazism that the Kinjal, Avangard, Zircon, and 4 other hypersonic missiles had entered service with the Russian army. And you, dear viewer, Do you think the war in Ukraine will be the first test of Russia's Skyfall Missile? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to support us by liking the video.